Welcome back, everybody. Today at Intro to Manufacturing, we have a guest speaker that we're interviewing with. It's a coworker of mine that I spent many years working hand in hand with. His name is Bill Kowalski. Bill, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into the trade?
Well, my name's Bill Kowalski, like Doug said, and I got into the trade basically by accident. I was 18 years old and I had to do something, go to college or get a job. I didn't want to just get a low-skilled, low-paying job. I wanted a skill. So I joined the Navy and they pushed me into being a mechanic. They gave me tests and found out where my skills were. And I came out of the Navy a mechanic, and at the time there was a lot of jobs available for mechanics. There are still today quite a few. And I jumped onto that in the food processing industry. It worked out pretty good, and I got a good job, and I stayed with it for a long time. But that's where I got my start, was just went in the Navy. I wanted to see the world, and they steered me into it and gave me the training, and I'm very thankful for it. It worked out real well.
What was one of your favorite things that you liked about being an industrial maintenance mechanic?
Well, I was thinking about that the other day, and really there's not too much I didn't like. There were so many good things about being a mechanic as opposed to being just at a desk job or at a low-skilled job. You had a lot of freedom as a mechanic. You could be working any job, anything, any day. You didn't know if you're going to be coming in and cleaning out a drain or something, which would suck, or working on some magnificent $1 million piece of machinery and getting real job satisfaction. That was another thing, job satisfaction. It's real satisfying to be able to fix something that it's broken, and when they need it fixed, they call you. You get it done, and you walk away, man. It's real satisfying. That was a good part of it. I met a lot of good people. Met Mr. Stevens. He taught me a lot of stuff from the new world, and yeah, it was a great job. There's a lot of good things to like about it. You had the freedom of the shop, staying out of sight when there was slack time. Good job. I liked it.
So it sounded like there was a lot of things that you did like, Bill. You did mention cleaning drains. Other than that, was there a particular job that you didn't enjoy doing?
Well, I would say, all in all, the work I did, I really enjoyed. There was some aspects of the job that more like the politics of management versus hourly, but you're probably going to get that anywhere. Actual parts of the job, sometimes you'd get on some real repetitious stuff. You'd be like making parts or just like day after day doing the same thing. And that was one of the things I said I liked about being a mechanic, is you did different things every day. So that would be one of the things, is sometimes you would get repetitious stuff, dirty stuff, hot stuff, sometimes dangerous stuff, but you got to be safe anyway.
Yep. Yeah, I can remember a couple of times working side by side with you in some of them situations, that's for sure. How long would you say it takes to be proficient in a trade? How many years? Did you get that last question there, Bill?
You're breaking up a little. I think you asked me how long it takes how long I think it takes to master the trade.
Yeah.
Well, I would say you're once you get into a job and you've been there for about 5 years, you're a real good mechanic. Now, to say I've mastered the trade at any point, to me that implies I've stopped learning, and there's always something to learn. When there's new things happening all the time in the trade, new equipment coming up, new there's always something to learn, but you can be a darn good mechanic after 5 to 8 years of doing it solidly every day. And I maybe I have a humbler opinion of being a master, but yeah, you can be a darn good mechanic in 5 years as long as you apply yourself and you learn. You're willing to learn from other people, and you're willing to teach other people what you have to know or what you have to teach.
Um, in being an industrial maintenance mechanic, it's kind of a separate trade in itself, but it kind of encompasses a bunch of other trades into one. What were some of the specific trades that you had to do as being an industrial maintenance mechanic?
Well, probably one of the more important ones would have been welding, uh, pipe fitting, sheet metal work, um, plumbing. I don't know if it'd be a trade, just a lot of thinking and troubleshooting. Trying to put together. There was a few other trades I thought I'm gonna have to look at my notes on this one here. See, I'm too disorganized because I was taking this off the top of my head. I thought I was doing pretty good. I'm getting to my notes here. Anyway, we might need to. I'm going to skip the notes here. I'm just getting rid of the notes here because this is a kind of off, out of my head and out of my heart kind of talk. But anyway, there was just you had to be, for most industrial mechanical jobs, anytime someone can't do something, they send you. If it's a drain plugged, or if it's whatever it is, they send you when someone else can't do it. And you have to be able to do it. So whatever you want to call that trade, what you're doing, it's whatever it takes.
Yeah, that's what I try to tell my students, that we cover, electromechanical, precision machining, welding, and metal fab. And even though they're separate trades, I try to tell my students that some jobs might interlink two of them trades, three of them trades, or maybe all four of them trades. And it's not that you have to be an expert in all four, but you should be, maybe really good at one or two of them, and then know enough about two other ones that you can at least, assist a coworker, and you might have to work off of each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, I think I left out machining, and that was a real big part. Machinist is a real big part of the trade.
All right, Bill, let's get into the last question here. Um, what's one piece of advice you can give my students as they are soon getting ready to enter the workforce?
Well, I would say there's a lot of good mechanical jobs out there. Find a job that you like. We're in the working class of people, obviously, or you wouldn't be listening to this video. Find a job you like. There's a lot of good jobs out there. And apply yourself, and be willing to learn from others, and be willing to teach what you know to others. That was one thing when Mr. Stevens came into work. I had been working there for maybe 25 years, and he came in and he had a lot to teach me. He had a lot to teach me because he was more fresh out of school, and he knew the latest and greatest in technology and techniques. Be willing to learn, be willing to teach. Continue broadening your skill set. Be good, be proud of your work. That's about all I can think of off the top of my head.
All right, Bill. Well, that about wraps it up there. One, I'd like to thank you for agreeing to do this interview. And secondly, I'd like to thank you for showing me all the tricks of the trade, so to speak, with the 8 years that I worked with you. And for everybody else, until we get back together here for Intro to Manufacturing, Um, stay safe and have a good day.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks for interviewing me. I hope
All
you
right.
guys learned something from me, or at least were entertained.
All right. See you, Bill.
Okay. See ya.